You can tell there's a lot of Italian here tonight. So hello, fellow Cyber Knights, UNICO members, government officials, and members of the Brino and DiValentino families. My name is Hanna, and I graduated from Southington High School and Gino and Sandra's Robotics Team in 2015. I'm currently a mentor on the team and an undergraduate at the University of Connecticut, pursuing medicine. Firstly, I want to thank UNICO for hosting such a wonderful dinner in recognition of the service above self of two people who have given me and so many others so much of their love, Gino and Sandra Brino. When the Brinos asked me to give this speech, I was humbled. It is such a privilege to speak on behalf of every student that they have impacted over the 12 years of their service to Team 195 and the town of Southington. But I have to admit, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I had the paradoxical task of explaining what these two, Sandra and Gino, have accomplished in 12 years in 5 minutes. As I wrote this speech, however, the character of what the Brinos have achieved became abundantly clear. In 12 years, Sandra and Gino have built 12 robots, but their true feat was in building one of something else. I'm a part of this something else. I came onto 195 my sophomore year with a mop of hair on my head and the social prowess of a desk lamp. I never saw myself as a leader, and I lacked the confidence to pursue a career like medicine, in which I would actually be trusted with another person's life. But for every ounce of confidence that I lacked, the Brinos had a ton of confidence in me, and they never lost faith. Every step of the way, Sandra and Gino have empowered me, building me up until I believed in myself as much as they believed in me. When I felt I couldn't lead, they made me a team captain. When I felt useless, lying in a hospital bed after my appendicitis, I woke up to find Sandra sitting next to me, telling me I was stronger than any disease. When I applied for admission to medical school out of high school, Dr. Gino Brino was the one telling me what it takes to be a doctor, while Sandra coached me through the medical school interview in the few quiet rooms of Tiger, that facility where those 12 robots and so much more have been built. But what Sandra and Gino have built encompasses many more than just me. I've seen so many of my peers' lives transformed by the Brinos, by their love for their students, by their devotion to their friends, and by their compassion for others. When I asked my fellow alumni about what the Brinos have done for them, they had this to say. Thank you, Sandra and Gino, for introducing me to the friends that I will have for the rest of my life. Thank you, Sandra and Gino, for giving me a place where I could truly be myself and for teaching me that it's okay to be a little different. Thank you, Sandra and Gino, for offering to bail me out of jail should the need ever arise. I think we all know who that is. Thank you, Sandra and Gino, for showing me you're never too old to make a fool of yourself in the name of fun. Thank you, Sandra and Gino, for giving me a team that felt like home after I immigrated to the United States. Thank you, Sandra and Gino, for looking out for me like your own child, even after I graduated from your team. And thank you, Sandra and Gino, for showing me what safe, healthy, unconditional love looks like. When I began this speech, I alluded to how in 12 years, Sandra and Gino have built 12 robots, but their real impact lies in building one of something else. And as you can see, Sandra and Gino have built something much more than just robots. What they have built is a family composed of high school students, alumni, mentors, businesses, elementary schoolers, and our nation's veterans. A family whose foundation is the pure, unadulterated love that Sandra and Gino have for each other and for each and every one of us. It is through this familial love that their service above self is amplified exponentially. You see, by giving us the confidence to pursue our dreams, whether they be in engineering, arts, business, or medicine, and welcoming us into that 195 family, the Brinos have created a loving legacy that will last long beyond their 12 years on this team. When these two now grandparents retire from 195, their legacy of service above self will perpetuate as every student they have inspired makes their own mark on the world. And that is what makes Sandra and Gino's service above self so special. In closing, Sandra and Gino Brino truly represent the best the town of Southington has to offer. I know I speak for myself and each and every Cyber Night in this room and around the world right now when I say thank you, Sandra and Gino, for your unconditional love, boundless support, and for giving us all a family. You have taught us the meaning of dedication, the significance of teamwork, and the importance of compassion. But most of all, you have shown us what true love can accomplish. So, thank you, Sandra and Gino, for all the love you've shown us while expecting absolutely nothing in return. We love you guys back.
Thank you, Tyler.